Hi guys, it's Marc Zicree, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Marc Zicree of Space Command. And lately, I've been posting certain videos about Star Trek Discovery, both my opinions and also the episode of Star Trek New Voyages that I did with Elaine and Michael Reeves. And and it's been getting a great response. I talk about the Captain Sulu series that Michael Reeves and Winston Engel and I came up with that did not ultimately get made. But if you want to see what that series might have been like, you can watch World Enough in Time, the Star Trek New Voyages episode that I posted recently, and you'll get a very good idea of how terrific that show would have been. So continuing in the vein of Star Trek Discovery, which debuts this month, and I hope will be a wonderful show. Certainly everyone is working very hard on it, including Doug Jones, who stars also in Space Command and is quite wonderful in Space Command, our show. I wanted to add another piece of television history that I was part of with one of the Star Trek Discovery cast, and that is Anthony Rapp, who's also in the one of the leads in Star Trek Discovery. And it turns out that some years ago I was a writer-producer on a show called Lazarus Man that was done by Castle Rock and Turner, and it was a wonderful Western series, and I wrote an episode called Panorama, and it starred Anthony Rapp as well as our lead Robert Urich, and it was fascinating because we had auditions. I had an idea. There was a form of entertainment in the 19th century called a panorama, which would be a long piece of canvas, hundreds of feet long, by about maybe 15 feet tall, and it would be on two rollers, and an audience would sit in front of it, and it would move horizontally along, and they would tell a story, a trip around the world, a sailing to the to South America, whatever, and there'd be a narration and music and sound effects, and it was prior to movies, and it was a form of entertainment that really no longer exists. But I saw one of these things at the Smithsonian, and it impressed upon me the power of that medium, the possible power of that medium. So I came up with a story that involved someone that I patterned after the young Orson Welles when he was doing the Mercury Playhouse, War of the Worlds radio show and stage plays on Broadway and so forth. Someone very cocky and brilliant and determined to pursue his own creative path no matter what. And so we had auditions, and it was me and the showrunner and the director, and three guys came in, all of whom would have been terrific in that role. And finally they left it up to me, and I said, well, they were all very, very good, but the most unusual angle of attack was Anthony Rapp, whom I'd never heard of previously, but he was very, very good. And the next role he was in was the lead in Rent on Broadway, and so he instantly became a sensation. So a week or two after we filmed him, he was on the cover of Newsweek, I think, or Time magazine, one of them, and he was, I guess, of course, phenomenal in that as well, and starred in the movie version too. But now here we are, these years later, and Anthony Rapp is starring in Star Trek Discovery. So I wish him well, I wish him success, and I thought you might want to see what we did together on Lazarus Man. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks very much. Soon we'll be talking more about Space Command. Certainly subscribe to Mr. Sci-Fi. Check out some of the other videos I've been posting, and until next time, have a great time, and keep on trekking. Bye-bye.
Something has happened to me which I do not understand. All I know for certain is I am alive. How I got here, who I am, I do not know. But I must have seen or done something terrible. To be buried alive, to be left for dead. I can remember nothing of my life, my friends, or my enemies. But the key to my identity lies somewhere out there. And I will search until I find the man I was, and hope to be again. April 1866. Some wisp of memory, some phantom has come to me. I have a dim, faltering recollection of a small Colorado town and a doctor named Mitchell, whom I believe may have aided me in my previous life. I could certainly use a friend, an ally, at least someone who might shed some light on the darkness of my world. For until I can claim myself, each day, each moment is only a prologue, and not truly living at all.
Mind if I rest my horse? Oh, you can rest yourself, too. Pomegranate. These aren't supposed to go outside of the tropics. Come on, sit down.
Way out here, I do admire an individualist.
Did you ever have one of these?
Not that I remember.
Looks like you put in some hard traveling.
Looking for serenity. Serenity, Colorado.
5 miles on. You got business there?
Might have.
Oh, them's just my boys. Harlan, Clay, Boone, come on, we got company. I'm Henry Curtis.
Name's Lazarus.
I got to fix supper. You'll find lodging in town. Inside, boys.
Thanks for the refreshment. Why are you trying to skewer me, boy?
It's true. It's all true.
Get in now. Look, Mr. Lazarus, sir, what you got in mind I can appreciate. We know what you can do. We've all seen it.
Seen it? What are you talking about?
Just get on your horse and ride, please.
Doc Mitchell hereabouts?
You a friend of his?
I'm looking for him to tell me.
Oh, that'd be quite a feat. Doc got himself the missionary bug. Ought to be about halfway to China by now. Mr.
I'm, Lazarus.
How about someone telling me what's so all-five remarkable about that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You can call yourself whatever you like here. It's all in the house.
Oh, thanks. Don't like the taste.
I'm telling you, it's him in the flesh. I suppose he's 8 feet tall with fire shooting out of his eyes. Here he comes. Mr. Lazarus. Whoa, it ain't nothing like that. I'm just a real big admirer, and I was wondering if I could shake your hand.
Lazarus! I'm in a mood to kill a man that can't be killed! Mister, now, I don't... Know who you think I am, but I'm sure we can talk this over with a nice drink. I'm gonna... Stop throwing things at me so we can talk this over. Why don't you just lay down? You see that?
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it.
He couldn't touch you.
Nobody can.
Who in the hell do you all think I am? You're somebody. I'm nobody. I just want to be in one of them pictures. Pictures? Yeah. Like I seen in the panorama.
We all seen it.
Man who couldn't be killed.
You're lucky
to be alive, mister. You can't kill him. No, you can't kill him. No charge for the child. Thanks, sir.
Folks, let's go ahead and sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, we all lead our appointed lives, measuring our hours and days, knowing there will come a time we shuffle off this mortal coil and meet our Maker. All save one, that is, died and came back, newborn. Not as in ancient times, no, but now.
Right out of the ground.
Bereft of name and home, doomed to wander the earth.
Simmer down now.
Carnage and mayhem attending him where'er he goes, like his own personal plague and pestilence.
A man could really do that.
Laying waste to all about him, but leaving him unscathed. Attend, dear friends, the tale of the man who can't be killed. The man known only as Lazarus.
My God.
Looking for someone?
The man with the voice. Maybe the artist.
One and the same. You just stepped out.
That's him. One no man can kill. Let's see what horses can do.
Oh, Billy, you're all right. Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you.
Come on, let's get moving. All right, let's go. So it ain't safe around nowhere.
Anonymous.
That hoop-de-doo's taking all my business. Mister, we got a fine quail tonight. Oysters, too. And not them prairie oysters. These are taken choice from the sea.
Thanks, friend, but I got no appetite tonight.
Well, you plan on taking in that show? You done missed most of it.
Already seen it.
Fear, hesitation, not for a moment. Plunge plunging into the maelstrom of lead like a veritable force of nature. Step by inexorable step, as 6 guns blaze. But Lazarus knew no bullet could touch him. You'd think this would be more than enough for the man who can't be killed. But see, a powder wagon careens out of control.
Got a gut full of this.
Strong men diving for cover. Smoke, thunder cutting the air.
I want him. Now.
The very jaws of eternity.
Right now.
Your indulgence, a moment. Thank you, Professor. It's all right. Mr. Lazarus. At last.
You're young.
Genius knows no age.
More modesty.
Touché. Call me Verity. Oh, I'd painted any number of shows. The Labors of Hercules, Odysseus, and the public liked them well enough, but I sensed they hungered for something fresh, a new mythology, the West. So I immersed myself in stories and rumors, every gunslinger and scout, every shootout and brawl, but none had sufficient grandeur. That is, until I happened through San Sebastian and heard of you.
So, you made me your spectacular.
You want anonymity? Try not to be so extraordinary.
Listen, you pup. I don't know how you profit by this, but my cut is to be spotlighted for old enemies and to be made into a target for new.
And you will deal with every one. I'm sure of it.
Gentlemen, everything all right?
Oh, yes. Magnifique, Mr. Barnett. Thank you so. These oysters are the finest this side of Chesapeake Bay.
I see you there. I do know my way about the kitchen.
May I see those glasses, Mr. Barnett?
Why, certainly.
How remarkable.
Had them special made in St. Louis. Cost me dear.
Thank you so very much.
Are you out here boring the customers to death again?
Well, that's better than shooting them, ain't it? I like talking to people. I don't think that's a sin.
Oh, well, no, but letting food get cold while you fan your jaw is. Get a move on.
She holds me in rare esteem.
You didn't give a damn about his glasses. It was his face.
You have an eye for details, too. Here. A memento. And now, sadly, I must depart to my labors. Oh, and, should you do something phenomenal tonight, you will let me know.
You'll be the first to know. This may not stop you.
It'll slow you down.
You'd best leave off. Because I don't believe you're the man who can't be killed any more than you do. What are you planning to do? Burn it? Something like that? Well, my disciple seems to have worked you all into a lather.
If you won't let me burn it, how about you just let me shoot him?
You're no killer. I know the look.
We better
better take another look at your disciple, because it won't be long before he's killed me. Look, if you are something to him, if you have some sway, we have a hold on each other, enough to stop him, you're part of this. You're responsible, too, for whatever happens. Do you owe him something? Favors? Money? Money? What, do you think I... Of course, Professor. How must you appear? His father and I were fellow teachers. The Institute for Free Men, Canterbury, Connecticut. Town folk had no love of us. Uplifting all men was as reviled a concept in the North as in the South. But it was my abiding conviction that by spreading the eternal truths, the light of knowledge before them, in time, the darkness would be swept away and reason must prevail. I was gone, doing research the night they torched the school. The night his father was burned alive, trying to stop them.
So you took the boy?
Well, his father and I were each other's only friend. I made his son my college of one. I gave him Milton, Dante, all the good works of man. Imagine a child living only in the light.
That's what's blinded him to real people, suffering real hurt?
Well, he's spirited, like his father. But like his father, very generous and... He's young. Give him time. He'll grow into the man he was meant to be.
Luck is all that's kept me alive till now. I don't have time.
And I'll talk to him. Tonight, get him to see you.
Been seeing the sights?
I'm taking a few things in.
Bring that over here, will you, please?
You know, son, I've never tried to lock you down, rein in your enthusiasm. But the turn the show has taken of late, it's...
You've never been one to be at a loss for words. Don't trouble yourself. I've been ruminating on the very same thing.
Have you?
Yes. You see, dinner with Lazarus tonight opened my eyes. Huh. You see, you can only play one note for so long before it grows tiresome. It's far better to find a different tune.
Meaning?
Meaning? I'll change the show. I'll do what's right.
Oh, good. It's very good. Oh, I knew you'd come to it. I'm going to, turn in. Hmm? Do you need anything?
Always looking out for me.
We look out for each other.
Get some rest, old friend. Open my eyes, indeed. Let's see. You take away the gray hair and the glasses, you've got quite a famous figure. And when he and Lazarus are brought into collision, it will be a thing to make the heavens weep.
I've always had a fondness of morning. Whatever came before, it's a new beginning.
Maybe. For some folks.
Well, not to worry. All is well. He's changing the story.
You must have been pretty persuasive.
Well, it took no persuasion on my part. He is a man of honor, as I told you. You can ride on now. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? All along, you've been worried that others might get wind of this? Ones who aren't amateurs? Yes, I know. You're hunted. You needed to turn the tide of this thing. It's done. Right on.
Right after I see for myself. You decided to give in to the competition.
Got a special invite, me and the missus. I guess you really did like them oysters.
Mary, you set yourself here by me.
Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, attend the tale of Lazarus. What lies in store for the man with no life, save what tomorrow brings? Perhaps the past gives a clue to the future. Lazarus was a mere stripling. Little more than a boy when he went up against a desperado who'd planted 50 under the sod. A grim reaper of the prairie, known as Kit Corey. Lazarus's bullets struck Corey's repeater, blowing it up in his face.
Well, let's leave now.
No.
Scarred, half blind, a soiled dove, a fallen woman took him in and eased his body and spirit in ways that only she could. They changed their name and came here to Animus as Robert and Mary Barnett. But now Lazarus is here, and there can be little doubt that he and Corey will soon finish what they started. Not a bad show, don't you think?
Is it true?
Oh, what, the gunfight? Yes, truly an uncanny shot.
Barnett is Corey?
Yes. Fate, my dear Lazarus. Fate brought Barnett to me bearing a plate of oysters. And I never forget a face.
But you're not old enough to have been there.
As I told you, I am a connoisseur of tales. Besides, there were witnesses and artists' renderings, more than enough.
But what makes you think that I was there too?
Well, the boy had your hair and eyes and...
Do you realize what you've done? These people live here. They've made a life. You're going to take it back. You're going to explain your error.
But there was none. How could I retract? The crowd would never trust me again.
Empty. Empty as this. I pity you.
I'm sorry. I had no way of knowing.
A man of strong passions.
You're not telling what happened anymore. You're making it happen.
Let's not quarrel, old friend. Truly, it's not in my control. I go where my talent leads me.
I've never doubted your talent. But there's something more important. Human decency.
Had to make a name for yourself, didn't you? Telling that panorama man the story about you and me. Well, I don't care thunder what you've done to me, mister. Shaming my wife's gonna get you killed. I wasn't no cowboy. I was a hired killer. And listen, I swear, I'll do free.
Bob. Bob. You never killed a man that didn't have a fair chance. Don't start now.
All right. You just remember how close you came. Go on now. I want you to know I had no part. Go!
Tomorrow. You come talk tomorrow.
It begins.
"10 years. It's all over, man. We're done here. Lord, I'm so tired.
Hush. I'm here. We got each other.
What you got in me is a brand.
Bang!
Good one, boy.
My God.
You gonna sell the score, Mr. Lazarus? Gonna call Corey out? I can't wait to see you throw on
Like
him.
that, wouldn't you? Make a real good show.
Well, sure.
Maybe I ought to just throw on you.
Hey, you got no call for that. I'll put my money on you.
Bob, we should pack up. Move.
Word will just follow us. We'll never fly clear. So let's see the hand we've been dealt. Throw. Again. Damn these to hell.
Bob.
Let's try it now. Do it. Something holds. Something still holds.
Be handy with that.
Yeah? Well, how about yourself?
I ain't get by. You said you wanted to talk.
So why don't you show me?
I got nothing to prove.
Well, that may be. Show me anyway.
On, throw 'em.
All of it?
Throw 'em.
Well. Natural-born gunfighter. With corns. Is it true what that show said? You can't remember?
It's true.
I've been trying to forget my past all my life. You've been blessed.
Was it me?
Well, all those years washing over both of us like a river. Who can say?
If it wasn't.
Don't matter. It's what's believed.
Because of that picture man.
Yeah, well, I could blow him away like dust on the boot. But a tenderfoot like that, it'd just be cold murder. No matter what my reputation, mean some bitch or not, I was always known as a man. And that, I'm not giving up.
No matter what.
Had me a little respite. I dreamt dreams for a time. I reckon long as I'm breathing, it's just gonna lay out one hard way. You become the thing you're expected to be. I'm calling you out, son.
On that?
Noon, the main thoroughfare. And whichever bites the dust, well, I guess he's found the way out.
If that's what you want.
That's the way it is.
All right. Boy, howdy.
Which is which?
Well, very soon we shall know.
Just move them around like chess pieces, not men at all.
You know what I think? I think you need a holiday. Perhaps after the show, you and I could... What are you doing?
I am not a man of violence. So I can't stop you. But I can stop helping you.
Professor, you're letting these people confuse you. In 100 years, nobody will remember this dusty old town or anyone in it except for what I make immortal.
What people think in 100 years counts nothing compared to what they feel right now.
You and I, we are men of reason, of perspective, above the herd.
We are leeches, feeding off it.
You think this is all my fault? You may as well blame me for tornadoes. No, people have always hungered for blood, for the thrill. I'm just filling a need. Professor, wait. You've always taken care of all the practical matters. What will happen to the show?
My hope, my expectation, is that it and you, my two brilliant creations, will slowly unravel like a discarded ball of twine.
Ultimately, the man of vision stands alone.
What kind of thing are you? Do you have a human heart in you? Bob's proud and he's hot-headed and he's trying to be something he once was, but he's not that anymore.
He's not the kind of man to back down.
So at noon, the two of you are going to stand here blasting each other till one of you is stone dead?
No. Just by 11, I'll be gone. Think you can keep that hothead of yours distracted till then?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Won't fix everything, but it's the best I can think of. I'm sorry, man. Guess that panorama show's right about one thing. I bring trouble wherever I go.
No. Trouble just has a way of showing up.
Hey, mister. Best move away from your mount. Got no yen to hurt him. Were you running out on me? You think I'm too old? You think I'm not a man?
One night we can talk about this.
We're done talking. Draw. Damn you! Draw! I swear to God, you gonna draw!
Robert, no!
Empty. The damn thing was empty. Why'd he do a loco thing like that?
Because he wanted to die. He wanted an end to it. No!
You're so sorry.
You just made me murder an unarmed old man. You tell me why I shouldn't do the same to you.
My dear fellow, you couldn't.
Now, I don't rightly remember just what I could or couldn't do. The myth ends here and now. You're painting a finale.
The professor would tell me what to do.
The professor isn't here now. You're gonna do what I say, or I'm gonna blow you into a million pieces.
Wait. Just tell me what you want me to do.
I want you to make me dead. You paid someone killing the man who couldn't be killed.
All right. But who?
Better make him up, so he don't mind being a legend.
He won't mind being a legend. I just killed an unarmed old man, so I won't mind blowing you into a million pieces. But as Lazarus readies to annihilate the innocent soul, the other draws his pistol and sends him hurtling to perdition. That's right, gone to his everlasting rest. And who is this avenger? The one who killed the man who cannot be killed? None other than your humble servant.
A friend of mine says each morning's like the world's born all over again. Guess he's right about that. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty lively for a corpse. I reckon we both are by now.
Word of our demise spreads, it'll buy us time.
A good long time.
Where you heading?
Oh, here California's got a tolerable climate. And they're in need of some good cooking. How about yourself?
Just down the road.
Yeah. Well, when you find who you are, I think he'll be a right good man.
Gentlemen, get the horses. Get ready to roll.
Yes, sir.
We've got new worlds to conquer. Chop, chop.
That'll do it.
You the panorama man.
Why, yes.
I got him! I got the man who killed the man who can't be killed! I got it! Me!
Come on, horse.